So I've got my good friend Adrian here with us, and Adrian's also our operations manager. And Adrian, just tell us a little bit about how on earth you ended up becoming a street pastor in the first place, and then you joined our team. So
it's got to be bad. It's got to be bad. All right. So the story starts with a young lady called Kate Meeky. She came into street pastors many years ago, and then she came to the church and talked about the work she was doing. So I registered it. I wasn't ready to do it. It kind of sounded, interesting. Then we had another young lady at the church working as a rookie with the youth, and she talked subsequently about random acts of kindness. Now, some of you, I'm sure, are aware of that sort of phrase, just going out and doing things for people you don't know, just to make a little bit of a difference. So registered those two thoughts, but about 4 years ago, I thought, well, it's bubbling away. And these guys over here lay on what they call observation nights. So I was dumb enough one January night, when you can imagine in the middle of summer, you're thinking, I do not want to be out in the middle of winter. I went out in the middle of winter for an observation night and just loved it. Met people I've probably never seen again, talked to folk I probably never talked to again. But I worked with a fantastic team of people all the way through from the sort of early 20s into their mid-60s and 70s. Just out there to make a little bit of a better night for people. And I came away having had a great time. So I signed up for the training.
Fantastic. So obviously you did your equivalent of 50 plus hours of training in that first year. You got put into a team. Yeah. And just tell us what have been some of your highlights of being a street pastor? And not only in terms of what you've done in terms of serving people, but actually what's happening in here for you?
Okay, so little things we help people get to transport. You go home thinking, well, we got somebody home safe. One of my nights, I have to tell you that I was hanging on to a guy who was trying to jump off a bridge. So that makes a difference to somebody's life. It certainly made a difference to his parents, I'm sure, when they came to collect him the following morning from the police station. So those from the minor to the dramatic. But in terms of what we do, I go home most evenings from a night out thinking, we have made a difference. We've spoken about Jesus to people on the street, and we've talked a little bit about some of the blocks and the obstacles in their lives, some of the things that put them off or give them a hard time in their day-to-day living. So we just try and make a different, or give them a different perspective on the way things can be. But for me, it's when you bring somebody to Jesus. And on the street one night, we were able to do that. And it's just an amazing feeling to know that someone's actually turned their life to a point where they want to say sorry, they want to give all that up, but they just haven't been able to find the mechanism to give up that kind of the guilt and the doubt and everything else. So a clean, fresh slate for them. That makes a difference.
Fantastic.
So in the broader scheme of things, I'm fortunate. I was offered redundancy and took it. I'm at an age where it didn't matter too much to me to do that. I don't have a career in that sense to absolutely hang on to. I've got young lads that are now grown up. So I've got a bit more time. I could give it somewhere. And I thought what I'll do also, besides just the one evening a week, or a month rather, is I come over and help them out in the office one day a week, just as my contribution to keeping the teams going on a Friday and Saturday night.
And Adrian is a fantastic help. He's a whiz with a spreadsheet, and it's just great to have you part of the team. Yeah.
Just part of the team. Just a little part of the team.
Let's think it.